good weekend all. Ira Epstein, and I am still out of town, due to return this middle week, and rested, feeling good. So I guess that's what a vacation's supposed to do. This is the longest one, by the way. I'm in my 70s, and this is the longest vacation I've taken since I was figuring it out since I was under 30 years old. Isn't that something? I normally go away for 5 to 8 days at a time. I get nuts at that. I guess age is going well. All right, let's talk about the week. We know that we saw the passage now of the infrastructure bill. The president has not yet, to the best of my knowledge, signed it. He'll probably make a big event out of it this coming week, as according to the Sunday News, that's going to be one of the things they say, just how well his first year has gone. I have my doubts about that. But this is not a political show, and that's it. You know, I was just as critical of the Trump administration as I am this one, so I'm not always super critical. I don't like a lot of these policies, and being here in Mexico, you see how attuned you can get to the immigration issue that is going on. But that's neither here nor there. What is here is that this is the metal update, and we should talk about that. What a strong performance of gold, back over the 1800 level, silver coming alive. I think that the copper's holding on, especially on the longer term charts, key areas here in the market. And let's go to the chart and see what they offer, because that's really what this is all about. So let's get to that first one. Let me activate this, and there we go. On a monthly chart, you've had a pattern of lower highs that suddenly is changing as the month ended last month, and now we've got an inside month going on. You can see the resistance. It's 1827. Momentum is flattened out, no longer pointing straight down. Okay, what about this low? That was 1673.30. This one, 1692.60. So you have higher lows, lower highs. You can almost say that the market's forming a wedge right here, looking for direction. When we get to the weekly close-only chart of gold, it's bullish. Look at how the market held what I thought it was going to hold on a close-only basis, that 18-week average, and now the market's starting to accelerate. As we get to a weekly bar chart, this is an outside week up. Very important. Until this low is taken out this week or the week after, I think a major bottom has been formed in the marketplace. I look at this as higher lows, now higher highs, so the swing line is up. Where's the battle? It took place between the 100-week moving average and the 18-week with this up move. I think the pros will look at that and say that until this low is taken out, they want to buy the pullbacks if offered in this range. What are they looking for? Probably the upper Bollinger Band at 1838.80. You see that right through here. And momentum still pointing up. Now, momentum, when you look at the weekly charts, you either are pointing up, down, or you're embedding. That's pretty much how I look at it. That was a change I made earlier this year from how I used to look at it, so I'm friendly. I do see that the market's fighting in this overall sideways band, but I'm giving it the bullish bias. The gold-silver ratio is still favoring gold over silver. You need to bust through this low here of that we made at 73.44. If you can do that, then what happens is silver joins the parade, and that's what you really want in a gold bull market. You want to see if the market is going to be a gold bull market, other metals join in. So that's one of the things that I certainly am looking at. Then we get to the silver chart, and it's clear. It's not as pretty looking as the gold. You have a higher high, lower low scenario, a market that has got momentum pointing up, but there's no overall trend in this. In the copper, I think you're in an important area. I think the professional traders are going to nibble into the copper right against this 18-week moving average of closes. You have the momentum pointing higher. Look, you got the higher lows, higher highs. This is a pullback. Momentum, on the other hand, is still pointing down. So we need to see something happen if it's going to be any good. Obviously, what's impacting this market is China. And China's got more cases of COVID. There's more lockdowns taking place. They have energy problems. That's weighing on the copper, and I think we have to have an open mind to that. Should the market take out 411.40, I think you got to go back to the drawing board on being bullish. I'm not seeing that at this point yet. In the platinum market, momentum is pointing up. If you look here, you got higher lows, higher highs. You're over the 18-week average. So I view it now with this week that the market has joined the bull camp. You have to take out 1,520, this low right through here, in order to say no. And the path of least resistance, if it is higher, should carry this market up here to the upper Bollinger Band. That's the next resistance point without looking at window envelopes. As for the dollar index, the dollar is overbought. It's in a lot of resistance of the 100-day average, the upper Bollinger Band, the 200-week moving average. I hope I didn't say day, but these are all the weeklies. So that's what I'm looking at, a resistance point. Is it trending? It is not. Is it at a high? It is. I realize it, but not the highs you had all the way back through here. I know you see that and understand that it's nice that it came here, but I'm not in that monster bull camp that so many traders talk about. In fact, it's the opposite. I see a lot of resistance. So I'm Ira Epstein. I hope you enjoy this. You might want to take a look at this now. That might help you understand Bollinger Bands a heck of a lot better. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.